Hey everybody, this is Halloween. Happy Halloween. So anyway, I wanted to find the scariest costume I could find. The scariest face in America, the face of Donald Trump. So here we are, the face of Donald Trump. Scare the fuck right out of you. So anyway, happy Halloween, Donald Trump, and fuck you. So anyway, after that, sorry about the train. Trains are everywhere down here along the coast. So anyway, I want to talk about this indictment, and I want to talk about the indictment. You know, I watched it the other night with Sean Hannity and all these guys, and they want to tell you like, oh, this guy, this poor Manafort, he's just a guy a long time ago. This is all about a long time ago, and has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Has nothing to do with his his campaign, and this is just the evil people that are just mad because Donald Trump won the election. Let me tell you the real story behind these indictments and what this is really about. First of all, Mueller went after Manafort because Manafort did not register as a foreign emissary, and also because of the money laundering and all the things that he did while he was dealing with these foreign governments. And it was a long time ago. He's been doing it forever. So anyway, Donald Trump, who has a lot of money, who is running a campaign for the presidency of the United States, who gives a top position, which is campaign manager of his campaign, to a guy that is a known person to deal with foreign governments and to do shady deals with foreign governments, of which now we know because Mueller's exposed it. So don't tell me that this wasn't stuff Donald Trump wasn't aware of, and don't tell me this is stuff that hasn't been going on for a long time, and don't tell me there's connection between, it's not a long-term connection between Manafort and Trump, and it goes back a long time. That's why he got the position. That's why he is the person that was in charge of Donald Trump's campaign, because he had these connections. He had these connections to these foreign governments. He'd been doing business with them. He'd been getting money from them. He had these relationships with him. That's why he was put in that position. And think about it. Trump was not running for some sort of office in the Soviet Union. He was not running for some sort of office overseas. He was running for the president of the United States. Yet he takes a guy that has all these foreign connections and put him as his campaign manager. What does that tell you? That tells you he was dirty from the very beginning. He was dirty from a long time ago, and Trump knew it, and that's why Trump put him in office. I can tell you one thing, that all out of this whole thing, Trump knew what he was doing, and Trump knows that this guy had these connections, and that's why he had this powerful position. So don't let anybody fool with your mind about saying, oh, this is from a long time ago. It's nothing to do with Donald Trump, and don't worry about it. This is just some. I even heard Jay Sekulow, which is one of Trump's lawyers, who's billed the Republican National Party thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars for his legal work. So thank you, Jay Sekulow. A lot of people that donated $5 and $10 at a time are paying for your fucking salary. You fucking nearsighted fuck. Looks like a fuck with those stupid glasses. Anyway, this whole thing. And then okay, go back to the fact that Trump knew that Manafort was dirty, and that's why he put him as his campaign manager. Now look at the fact that what Mueller's done, what Mueller's done has been very, very, very interesting. Because what he's done is he found the guy that he knew that he could charge with the crime because he was dirty, this Manafort. But now Mueller has gotten him charged, indicted, which everybody knows the joke. Federal indictments will indict a ham sandwich, and 95% of them end up with convictions. So this guy's going to be sent down the river for a long fucking time, probably the rest of his life. Crimes against the United States, not things you want to go to prison for. So now they got him that he can start talking about things Trump did within his campaign. Very smart move on Mueller's part. Very, very smart move. So, and this is going to probably turn into something because there's indictments, and there's going to be Manafort's going to sing like a canary. Believe me. And Trump, the next move that's going to happen, and watch this very closely, is Trump's going to shut down Mueller. He's going to do everything he can to shut down Mueller because he knows Mueller's on the right track, and he's going after these creepy foreign connections that Donald Trump has had for a long time. Don't tell me that some guy that's had all these connections got to be the campaign manager of Donald Trump without Trump knowing that he had all these connections and all these dirty relationships. And it's starting to be exposed. So thank God, there's still honest people in the United States of America, and people that can't be bought off. and people that can't be twisted and turned, and people that don't cower, and people that don't go hide under a rock because Donald Trump tweets some nasty tweet at him, or Donald Trump doesn't threaten him with all of his fucking lawyers, and Donald Trump doesn't intimidate him with his money. There's people that will go after him, and thank God for Mueller, because he is going after him, and hopefully he gets him, because this guy is dirty. He's been dirty from the very beginning. He hoodwinked the United States public and Americans by just giving him the con man job. Well, I'm USA guy. I'm America first, and use the keywords or use those trigger words that went off in people's heads and brains, and then played the racism and thing like that, all that stuff, all the garbage that any con man would do to get people to follow him, and that's what Trump did. So thank God for Mueller, and people need to support Mueller because he's on the right track, and this guy's a thinking person, unlike Donald Trump, who's nothing but a creep and a con man. So anyway, thank you very much, and happy Halloween.